on your side. This is WHAS 11 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Swan. Thank you for joining us for a very special discussion tonight.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. We welcome you to our town hall here tonight. Louisville United, one voice against violence. We welcome all of you watching us on WHAS11.com and our special channel 11.2. And we welcome everybody here assembled here at St. Stephen Church on 15th Street in West Louisville. If you're watching right now, we're going to be here for the next hour or so. You can still come and visit it with us here in the Assembly. We are here to discuss violence in our city, especially following the death of 16-month-old Riah Miller. WHAS 11's Rachel Platt and Renee Murphy are also here. They're going to be taking questions tonight for our very special town hall.
And we want to thank the members of our panel who have joined us here tonight. They will be taking questions from the audience. We're hoping that they will also be asking questions and looking for solutions. The very knowledgeable people who have gathered here with us. We want to welcome Mayor Greg Fisher of Metro Louisville, Police Chief Steve Conrad, also Anthony Smith. Anthony is the city's Director of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods, Cynthia Napek, President Leadership Louisville, Tierra Lavelle, Executive Director of Canaan Community Development Center, Robert Harvey with Simmons College, and Lavelle White of the Let the Kids Grow Foundation. Thank you all very much for being here this evening.
We do want to begin tonight revisiting the event that shook this city at the end of last month, the shooting of Sierra Twyman and her baby, Riah.
Just seeing her dance and smile will make anyone smile. She's smiling and dancing in heaven right now. She was a pure angel, an angel.
Home video captures the joy little Riah Miller brought to her family, joy that would only last for 16 short months. The piercing sound of gunfire on a hot August summer night shattered the lives of this family while shaking the foundation of an entire city. Riah and her mother, Sierra, were rushed to the hospital. Sierra survived, but her little girl did not.
In this case, obviously this child hadn't had a chance to experience life, and obviously going to try everything you can to make that happen. Unfortunately, it didn't happen in this case.
Mother and daughter were shot while sitting on the front porch of their Shawnee home. Police say a group of men walking up and down 37th Street were randomly firing shots.
The case shells is up on my daughter's porch. Was shooting, pow, pow, pow. Which that apartment over there, they shot through that apartment, and they shot the people next door to my daughter's house.
The shootings hit a chord with residents across the city, not just those living on 37th Street.
I have children myself, and seeing this hurts me. This has got to stop. The shootings, the killings of innocent people.
And in the wake of this tragedy, an entire city is now standing up against violence.
We need to put the guns down. We need to come up with solutions without using guns. We need to think before we act. We need to respect our neighborhoods.
2 nights after the shooting, a standing room only audience filled the basement of King Solomon Church. Everyone was there to talk about the child's death and how it could lead to change. Minister Gerald Muhammad, with the group Brothers Helping Brothers, believes everyone can make a difference.
We want to empower people to say, hey, we can make the changes in our community on our own. We don't have to wait on anyone else. There's enough skill, talent, and even money in our community to address all of our issues.
And it's more and more.
A cousin of Sierra's started a petition and has collected signatures to fight for stiffer punishment for those convicted of gun crimes.
Give these kids a wake-up call that if you pull a trigger, you would do life in the penitentiary without the possibility of parole. That's what we are asking for. That's what I'm asking for my family. Because I've had 2 deaths in my family in 18 months. It's enough. I can't do it anymore.
Another gathering a week and a half ago brought Louisville's police chief together with residents wanting to do something. The dialogue was frank, open, and positive.
I'm tired of the violence. I'm tired of the, the drug sales. I'm tired of the police having to come out to my community and do these things. So me as a man, if I can step up, and stop some of this and intervene in any way, I'm for it.
Everything comes down to whether or not we've done our job of creating relationships in the community, and really in every interaction that our officers have with members of our community, that we're doing what we can to really earn and maintain that that trust.
Riah Miller, a sweet angel of a baby, cut down so tragically, so quickly in her young life because of senseless violence. And I want to extend a very heartfelt welcome and thank you to Riah's parents who are with us here tonight. Sierra Twyman and William Miller have joined us to talk about their baby and talk about the community reaction. They're with Renee Murphy now. Renee?
I am sitting alongside Christopher 2X, Sierra Twyman, and William Miller, two parents that I had the chance to talk to and meet last week, and they shared a little bit of their story. And I know they wanted to come here today to say a special thank you to the community.
We'd just like to thank everybody for your support. In our time of need, it's been hard for us, but thank you for your prayers and stuff. We're looking forward to being with Master P this coming weekend, and just keep us in your prayers.
Louisville United has lit a fire in me, and I believe that this could be a great catalyst that changes our city and also become a city that's leading in America against violence. We don't want this momentum to stop tonight. So one of my recommendations is that we would start a Louisville United board where we could meet once a month with all of these different organizations at one time. And as Melissa said earlier, that way we could have one number that people could call, and we can have everybody from the police department, business community on this board once a month. And let's keep this going. We don't want this just to be a one-shot deal. Let's keep it going and then have some implementation of the plans that we say that we're going to do tonight.
Great ideas. So see, we have a real communication problem of all the things that are going on up here, getting them out into the community. And that's why programs like this are so important. So the Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods is exactly what you're talking about. That started in May of 2012. Everybody will remember the tragic triple homicide that happened in the Parkland neighborhood. Out of that came a community response of how can we help? Nobody blamed the police. Nobody blamed the ministers. Nobody blamed me. It was an inward-looking, how can we help? Out of that was created Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods and the hiring of Anthony Smith, and these 10 groups meet monthly, hundreds of people. A lot of y'all are involved with that. So that is that mechanism. So let's take your idea, dovetail that with what's going on already, have you all televise it monthly, you know, and then you'll see what's going on.
Where's our general manager?
Linda Dana.
You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I just want to, you know, we walked in, the mayor said, looked at Louisville United, and what we've been calling a subset of the Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods work is really Louisville Cities United, which is a part of a national movement that we have been working on and working with. And when you think about Zones of Hope and the Weekend of Hope, it all falls under this Louisville Cities United, which is that collaborative that you've been talking about, where you have 60 to 50 to 100 people meeting monthly, talking about what are we going to do and where to go. And when you think about Cities United, the national, it really is focused on how do you reduce the number of violent deaths of African-American men and boys. That's the target audience. And when you look at our homicide numbers, and Chief can tell you that majority of the folks who are dying from homicide happen to be an African-American boy or man. And when we find a perpetrator, they happen to be African-American too. So there's a targeted population that we got to focus on, and we've got to have that conversation as a community too, and be real clear and honest about who we're targeting when we're talking about homicides and shootings, because that's who's experiencing, and that's who's pulling the trigger, and that's who the victims are.
We had a murder-suicide, Poplar Level Road, Waterston Expressway last night. Well, eyewitness at the scene said this on our news last night. When have people started replacing conversation with guns? When did this trend begin? You're a Louisville guy, you've been here a long time with that department. You've seen it change over the years, I'm sure. When have people replaced these simple arguments with randomly shooting, as happened here, in this killing last night?
You know, it's something that I've seen over my life. I mean, you know, as a teenager, 40 years ago, you'd have a problem with somebody, you'd take care of it with your fists. Today, they don't even think about that. This year in our city already, we've had 166 shootings. 29 of those resulted in fatalities. That's through the end of last month. It doesn't include last night's shooting.
People have got to learn the skills, and we as adults and parents and pastors and leaders in this community have got to find ways to help young people resolve their problems without resorting to the use of guns. And I think we're not doing near enough to give people the skills they need to resolve conflicts with their words and to figure out ways to deal with their emotions without resorting to a gun. And the proliferation of guns in this country is unbelievable. The power of the NRA and the NRA lobby to continue to spread firearms throughout this country is unstoppable, or apparently unstoppable. And I don't know, what more it's going to take. We have shootings in schools, we have shootings in malls, we have shootings in churches. We had a member of Congress shot in a mass shooting, and still you see no action on this issue. Violence is going to continue, so the only solution that I can see, or I should say gun violence will continue, is us working with our kids and working with people in our community to find ways to deal with their problems without resorting to a gun, because we're not going to find that help from Washington nor from Frankfurt.
We have just a few seconds, so get out there, be a mentor, do something. WHAS 11 is on your side. We promise that we will publicize this. We will get the information out for you. We will make it our business, and thanks for coming.
And our coverage continues at 11. I'll end with your words here: invest in a path of prosperity for West Louisville. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching.